Hey, Riggs here. They just released 1.15.2, actually still in pre-release, but just in time because I was about to create a brand new 1.15 world. I'm naming this Stay on Target. So I'll get it loading and I can talk to you about some of the changes in 1.15.2 in a second, but I always love this moment when the chunks are loading in and you never know if you're going to end up in a desert or a jungle or the middle of the ocean or what. But yeah, first day of survival. You have 10 minutes of daylight. What are you going to do with them? First thing I like to do before I punch a tree even is I like to make sure I know exactly where my spawn point is. And that's important for a couple of reasons. And I'll tell you about that in a second. But hey, how you doing? Welcome back. Hope you guys are doing great. So 1.15.2, some really nice changes. And I can talk about them as I do my first day wandering. Yeah, first day survival, you're looking for some renewable resources. Obviously, you want to make sure you end up with some wood and a bed. Hi, guys. Speaking of, actually, I'm going to let you guys live for now. But yeah, you're looking for, got to figure out what you're going to do by the end of the first night. So I'm going to do some wandering and then end up back at spawn. But let's talk about 1.15.2 while I punch my first tree. Thank you, Mr. Oak Tree, for volunteering. Yeah, they have made some nice changes. My most recent video, I was talking about how rare nests can be out in the wild. And so they have, not because of my video, but they've made some changes. So you will be able to find them now in a few extra biomes, which is great. So now in forests and wooded hills and birch forests and tall birch forests and birch forest hills and tall birch hills biomes. So anyway, a few more biomes. Those biomes, they will have a 0.2% chance of spawning in those areas. I'm not sure if that means per tree or like per chunk. It doesn't really list that exactly, but that's fine. And then it'll be a 2% chance in flower forests. And then most significantly, the biggest change is that now in oak or birch saplings that you create, as long as they have a flower within 2 blocks, they will now have a 5% chance of spawning in a nest, which means that nests are now renewable, infinite, basically, and that's huge. So big, great change. I'm really glad they made that change. So anyway, first day of Minecraft, yeah, you're looking for, I like to make sure I'm looking for renewable resources. Sugar cane's a great thing, but anything else you can plant and grow. So crops, if I could find some eggs, I'm going to maybe try to lure some chickens back to spawn. Usually I like to choose a random seed. That's one of the things I love about Minecraft is, that you get to go explore. You don't really know what's going to be around every hill. It's kind of a unique thing about Minecraft, or like I said, it used to be. There's some other games like that now, but I just love that. But that's why I started making seed videos in the first place. But one of my most popular videos by far is a Mushroom Island video. And so I have decided to go live on a Mushroom Island. And I think it's going to be great. So one of the biggest challenges was keeping my villagers alive. Baby zombies just love to eat the villagers. It's like pizza for 9-year-olds. And yeah, the number one dietary need for zombies apparently is villager. Speaking of villagers, yeah, villages now are an even better first day resource. You're looking for renewable stuff. So speaking of, let me get steal some crops from this farm here, and it'd be a nice thing. Yeah, so Mushroom Island is going to be nice. No crazy, no creepers blowing my stuff up. Let's see what I got here. Yeah, carrots and potatoes, and yay, beetroot. Said no one ever, but I should make some. This makes my basic tools here. So the other thing, I want to mention, yeah, stay on target. That's what I've named this world. If you've ever seen any of my Minecraft, I tend to try to do everything at once. And when you try to do everything at once, sometimes that means you end up doing kind of nothing at all. So I'm going to try to do kind of one thing at a time and then move on to the next thing. I just need some stone. Hope these guys don't mind. I feel badly. Sorry, guys. Nobody's watching, right? So I'm going to do a little bit more wandering around this village and see what else they have to offer before I head back to spawn. Yeah, let me talk about the spawn point for a second. That the little dirt spot that I put, that is the exact point that you will, I hope you don't mind, that you will end up if you die before you set a spawn point. On your first night, before you have a bed. Speaking of, let me see if I can steal a bed. Yes. you will end up right at that point. And then, later in the game, as you do your wandering, you're out collecting resources or whatever, and you carry a bed with you, and you put it down to make nighttime pass, and then you break the bed because you're on the go. If you die for some reason, can you run into a creeper? Oh man, death happens, and if you are prepared for it, that could be no big deal. If you end up back at spawn. And it's the middle of the night and you're surrounded by zombies, that can be a big deal. That can be no fun at all, and you get in kind of a death spiral. But if you have a nice warm bed waiting for you back at spawn and some materials, you're not really losing too much. So something definitely to keep in mind. I'm going to head off back to spawn in that direction. The first day of survival, you can kind of just head for the hills, which kind of looked like that's what I was doing. But I really like to stay close to spawn, make sure you're making good use of that. There are a couple of other little changes in 1.15.2 I wanted to mention. The wandering traders that always show up when you're not expecting them and startle you. And then also the pillagers. These are the pillager patrols that show up. Those are a couple of things that they've added to the game most recently that sort of come and find you, which is kind of a unique thing in Minecraft. Usually in Minecraft, you have to go do the adventuring to find the things. So they have added a game rule where you can turn that stuff off if you want, which I think is nice. So, and then I'm not sure if I mentioned, but they also changed it so that if you harvest a bee nest, with a silk tool while the bees are close by, you will not make them angry anymore, which is I think a nice change as well. So let me collect my thoughts. I'm going to head back to spawn and get just a little hidey hole going there. But thanks for watching, guys. I just reached 888 subscribers and then some. I think I'm up to 900 actually. But really appreciate you watching the survival stuff. I know most people are here for the snapshot and the seed stuff, but I hope to show you a few things. I have a secret trick that you can use to refill your hunger when you're close to your spawn point. So anyway, stay tuned. I'm going to get some work done. I came back to the village for a second, and I'm glad I did because I found an emerald and some other stuff. So I'm going to go back to spawn now. All right, pretty good first day. Usually, to be honest, what I would do is spend the first day chopping wood, and then make sure you dig at least 14 stone. You want 8 for the furnace, and then 3 for a pick and 3 for a stone axe. So I chop down a bunch of trees and then make some torches and just head underground and dig stone for the first night. And then at the beginning of the first day is usually kind of when I go out and do my exploring. But yeah, we can sort of see what I got. Yeah, there's the emerald I found. We can get this planted. And I wanted to mention also in 15.2 they fixed some bugs, mostly having to do with some potion effects. But there was also, I guess, a pretty nasty bug that would crash a world when a beehive was trying to be created. So that's good. So this is my little dirt block of spawn that I'm going to get to work. Just make a little starter base here, a little hidey hole, do some tree chopping and some mining and some crafting. Go figure. Mining and crafting. What do you think of next? But anyway, I'll get some work done, and I'll see you in a moment or 3. Here's another little first day trick you can use. If before you even have wheat, you can make a little 2-high wall area, and livestock will sort of passively find their way in. But yeah, I'm getting ready to dig from Y level 63 down to 12 or 11, I should say. And so I want to have 51. I need actually one more ladder, but it takes 15 logs to make 51 ladders. So that's just a little detail. And yeah, just cooking up some. I want to make some torches before I go down. Yeah, usually you can cook up your tools, but I think I'm going to save those. And then one other little first day Minecraft thing is that when you're using wood for fuel, make sure you turn it into planks, because you get the same amount of burn time from one log as you do from a plank. So make sure you turn it into planks. You get 4 times more burn time. So I'm going to make some torches and head underground, but I'm going to sleep through the second night and get to work. All right, successfully dug a hole down to Y11. Yeah, I didn't hit any caves or anything. It's kind of nice. So yeah, you can see my hunger is getting low, but there is a trick you can use. Let me just do the required thing here, which is empty your inventory. Let's see, I could use maybe just a couple of torches. Yeah, you need a few torches to light your way on the way down. You need a deep pit for this trick. Okay, so here we go. Ready? There. Full hunger. Pro tip, huh? Anyway, I think that's kind of useful. Yeah, you don't really have to worry about hunger the first day as long as you're staying close to spawn. Yeah, I always sort of worry about hunger, but you know, if you're staying close to spawn, you don't have any experience to lose, and it's no big deal. So I'm full hunger, and just get my stuff back out, and I'm good to go. Get back to work. All right, and there is my first swing at a little starter home built from locally sourced materials. But yeah, I kind of like the double window, using the stripped logs, the birch and oak, kind of nice. But yeah, nothing too fancy, just enough to keep me safe. Hopefully there's my dirt block of the spawn point. Built a little porch out here, and I went and got some cactus from over yonder. And I'm noticing that my hunger is low again, so perhaps I should do more science here. I want to just make sure that the spawn point is where I expect it to be. So what I'm going to do is break the bed, put it in here, and go down into my cave of magical hunger replenishment, and just see exactly where I spawn in. So this will be useful. Hopefully I should spawn right there. Wish me luck. Just losing 4 levels of experience didn't hurt a bit. So, oh, I'm up on the roof. Well, that's good to know. All right, not ideal, but I'm glad we at least did that science. So, I wonder if I spawned up here instead of down there because it's a grass roof. Does that matter? Maybe the game thinks that this is like normal terrain instead of a house. So it doesn't want to spawn me up on the roof. I wonder. Anyway, I'll have to do some more experimenting to make sure I end up inside my house. That's really where you want to be. I found 3 iron. What do you do with your first 3 iron? Do you make a pick or do you make a bucket? I don't know. I'm not sure. But anyway, I'm going to get to work. I'm going to do some more perimeter searches for sort of biome specific stuff so that I can take out with me to the Mushroom Island, other sort of saplings, and see what I can find and get to work here. But I really appreciate you guys watching. And until next time, this has been Riggs, and I love you. I'll see you soon.